What's up, everybody? This is Lonnie Songs, Trey Songz' father. And whenever I'm not listening to my son's sweet and smooth R&B melodies, I'm listening to the Last of a Dying Breed podcast. Go ahead and hit the intro.
I ain't scared of you motherfuckers. I ain't coming for no.
All right, everybody. Lonnie Songs.
Lonnie Songs, man.
Shout out to Lonnie Songs
Right,
coming
shout
through
out,
one
man.
time.
From San Quentin Prison, man.
That's the second week in a row we had an unexpected guest, man.
Legend.
Crazy.
Legend, man.
Legends.
He created Trey Songz.
Yeah.
Lonnie Songs, man. That's what's up.
Big shout out to him. Actually, Lonnie, I thought it was over for your son for a second, but came back with that nobody else but you.
Yeah.
It's my jam right there.
Yeah.
Welcome everybody back to the what is this episode?
Is it 9?
9 of the Last
9.
of a Dying Breed podcast.
We still alive, niggas.
We
Lucky
still
number 9.
out here, still doing it, trying to do it at least. All right, you can see we got some new props. As always, be sure to follow us at the Last of a Dying Breed podcast. No, it's not even that. It's at the Low B podcast on Twitter and Instagram. Also, as always, be sure to find us on YouTube. What are we on? The Load Network on YouTube. Be sure to like and subscribe, all that good stuff. Also, where else are we at for real? You can find us on Apple, iTunes.
The Load Network on YouTube.
I just said that.
Oh, okay. My
Stitcher.
fault.
Stitcher, yep. Google Play.
And the finest in children's hearts.
Right, yeah, you can find us in the hearts of children. Big shout out to everybody.
Child
Right. What?
You can find us in the hearts of women. I gotta revise that. That was my fault.
No, kids love us too, for real.
Oh,
We do this. We actually doing this for the kids.
Trick
This
love
is like
kids.
a will and testament. You know what I'm saying? If we end up not here one day, or all the real niggas is dead, they'll be able to pick up this podcast and know how they should be living their lives. You know what I'm saying?
That's thoughtful of us for
yeah, that's very thoughtful of us, for real.
Like a time capsule.
definitely
Yeah,
like
exactly.
a time capsule.
Did you ever do a time capsule?
Yeah, I did a time capsule.
Shit,
think we all did a
that's
time
that's one of
capsule.
the shittiest.
Ideas
Good.
ever.
Like that's like I feel like that's some shit your teacher push on you when she don't feel like doing shit that day. All right, class, we're gonna make time capsules.
Yeah. I think I put like some milk in there. Like, man, I don't know what the fuck to put in here.
Capri Suns.
Fucking
Yeah.
time capsule. Did you bury yours?
Yeah, I had to bury it. I probably
Wait, so,
only
like,
buried it like 1 inch.
The time capsule was like going like to like the next class or like class 10 years from now or something.
No, you
shit.
I know.
Bury it.
I know. I'm gonna need you to stop hitting the sign.
my
that's
fault.
that's how people gonna know that we here.
Yeah, my
You
fault about
bury
that.
it. You bury like your personal items in like a box.
Yeah.
And then supposedly, you know, when a future generation come, they dig it up and then they find out about you.
Right.
Yeah, but you put it in a box that will probably erode in like 1 year underground.
Yeah, you got to put
exactly.
like,
fucking shoebox there.
Yeah.
How you put
Yeah.
that shit in for
I
real?
think I put Pokemon cards in mine.
I'd rather make a volcano.
Yeah, I made a volcano too.
That was like the volcano was like the easiest of the science
Yeah,
projects.
default.
Yeah, we didn't do that. I think they eliminated that out of the course.
So we coming off of a holiday, fellas. 4th of July.
My 4th of July was
America celebrating their independence for real, and then all of the woke people on Facebook and Twitter being salty because other people was barbecuing. Listen, this is what happened. I don't think there's I don't know any black people out there that's like, it's Independence Day.
Hey, there are some people out there that do feel that way though.
like Army veterans or something like that.
I'm sure. But
People who say things like we and us.
yeah, people right. But yeah, I feel like why black people celebrate on that day is because the day niggas ain't gotta work. Everybody off of work for real.
Exactly.
I
think we touched that last
right.
week. Yeah, you
I
pretty much-
celebrate Yom Kippur if
Yeah.
I got the day off.
Yeah,
Like shit,
exactly.
nigga, barbecuing Yom Kippur.
Yeah, exactly.
So what y'all end up doing for the holiday?
Man, my shit was terrible, dog. It took, man, listen, I ended up eating Whitmore's. Next year I'm barbecuing. First of all,
that's bad. That's one of the moments where you asking yourself, where did your life go wrong?
Whitmore's.
for
I'm
real?
gonna tell you why.
That's like the one year I was eating Cracker Barrel on Thanksgiving for real. I was eating Cracker Barrel like turkey.
I didn't even know they was open. I figured everything would be closed.
Nigga, losers got to have somewhere to go for
That's
real.
true.
I'm gonna be honest.
McDonald's
I'm gonna tell you
is
where I
open, too.
messed up. One of my homegirls was throwing a party, like a 4th of July party.
Right.
I went, but it was nothing but family, so I felt awkward, so I had to leave. Me and wife left. And we went to her friend's house. These niggas was still cooking. We got there at 6. They was still throwing shit on the grill.
Yeah, that's the problem too. Like niggas don't respect time for real. Don't ain't nobody be trying to be waiting all fucking day to eat for real.
Nigga, it was 8:30. They was like, we just gonna throw some more ribs on the grill.
How the fuck I bring and see?
Right.
That's what I do. When I roll up to the cookout, nigga, I'm bringing my own fucking pack of hot dogs for real, and I'm tossing them bitches on the grill, so I at least have something to eat while your slow ass is cooking that shit.
Yeah, cooking
Niggas,
shit.
because niggas will tell you to
rib.
be there about 4 and then get mad when you show up at 4.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Like, damn, you early? Nigga, you said be
You
here
said
at
be-
4.
I told wifey, like, dog, we gotta leave, man. I gotta go to work, man. Motherfucker, it's 8:30. You
I-
throwing another slab of ribs on the grill.
pause. But I always fucking bring my own hot dogs to cookouts. I'm like a hot dog snob. Niggas be eating hot dogs that got like pork and turkey and all that shit. Like if it ain't 100% beef, I don't want that shit. And the only way I can verify that is either by seeing it come out of the package or buying my own for real.
No, I feel you. And then I kind of like my hot dog slightly burnt.
I ain't had a hot dog in years.
You're missing out.
I saw one of them little videos of what hot dogs was, and I'm like, yeah, I'm cool.
Yeah.
Side note: if you watch Okja on, have y'all seen that on
No,
Netflix?
not yet.
Okja?
Okja, OKJA. It's a story about it's so many social messages in it for real, but it's a story about a little Asian girl and her pet pig, which is a genetically modified super pig. You'll have to watch it. I don't want to give it all away for real. It's not a kids movie, but it's actually very, very good. It'll make you never want to eat bacon again if you're still eating bacon.
Can the
See,
pig?
that's crazy because I know the person that made that movie was the person that made Snowpiercer. Snowpiercer was an excellent movie. Like, it came out about 3 or 4 years ago. Check out Snowpiercer. That's on Netflix, right?
Yeah.
Was Snowpiercer the drug dealer that was dealing the drugs to them white girls?
No, you thinking of Snow on the Bluff.
Yeah.
No,
Great fucking movie for real.
No, Snowpiercer is about
Great
Like, that's the
fucking
same
movie.
dude. That's what's
No,
up,
no,
man.
no.
You got
Snowpiercer is about a
wide
train
range.
That,
Hey,
you will have to watch it.
I think I seen that title before though.
Yeah, it's
I
definitely
actually-
science fiction.
We'll still watch Snow on the Bluff like periodically to remind
That
myself.
movie was crazy, man.
Nigga, that shit, I still be watching that shit like, man, you can't tell me this shit ain't real for real.
I thought that shit
I
was
saw
real.
Spider-Man this weekend. Spider-Man was good. Thank God Spidey is back in the MCU.
Peter Parker.
Yeah.
Big shout
Definitely
out
good.
to that.
We also I think we were starting a new segment since we talking about television and film, power reviews.
Oh yeah.
So let's review the last
Power.
episode.
It's crazy because
popular show.
to think how many views we missing out on because we don't ever talk about Power. For real.
Exactly. So let's do a quick
It
power
actually
review.
comes on tonight, right?
Yeah, I already saw the episode.
Yeah, and we actually already
I
saw
saw-
the
yeah, we
episodes.
did.
We got
Great episode.
Yeah.
great
Great
episode. Tell me your favorite part about the
All
episode.
right, my favorite part was when Ghost infiltrated the Carter and beat up Nino Brown. That shit was crazy.
That shit was crazy. That shit was crazy.
I was
for real.
shocked.
That shit.
Because I didn't think he was gonna be able to get in there.
And
You
the
know
way
what I'm saying?
the way they actually shot the scene was masterful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what was your favorite part?
When they was walking home from the corner store,
Uh-huh.
and the nigga pulled up with the shotgun,
Damn, man.
and them niggas took off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Ghost
they
took
did.
off.
No, they was
Ghost-
out for real.
But they got him. Shot that nigga in the back. I think his name was Ricky. Screaming his name out.
Yeah,
and shit
they
like-
was, they was screaming Ricky like
yeah.
crazy.
So
for real.
that really just was like, wow, this is taking it to the next
Yeah,
level for real.
That shit was tough. And I feel like everybody loves Ghost. Everybody is rooting for Ghost. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But O-Dog is my guy for real.
O-Dog-
O-Dog is probably my
This-
favorite
it wouldn't be-
character
it-
on Power
yeah,
for real.
exactly.
Power wouldn't be as good if O-Dog wasn't
Exactly.
a big
You know
character on
what?
that show.
Last thing, when Scar dropped Tommy from the cliff into the deer antelopes, but Tommy lived, nigga, I'm like,
But
this
what
is
was-
some shit. 50 on some shit right
I
here.
never seen a main cry until I seen the main die for real.
G unit.
And that was our Power review
Power
right there.
review, man.
Hopefully we didn't spoil nothing for y'all. All right.
We should have told him it was gonna be spoilers. We probably did. We probably just spoiled the whole episode.
Man.
Yeah, for real.
Man,
Yeah.
sorry about that, y'all.
Yeah.
Titties. I said titties. And they are right to our left.
I spent my I spent my Independence Day down in New Orleans
I'm not Ghost, I'm OJ.
in the NOLA, which is it's an interesting place.
All right, tell us about the trip.
Nowlands?
I will say I probably don't have to go back no time soon for real.
The food?
No, it's not even that. Well, I was on bourbon, so to anybody from New Orleans or Louisiana that is listening to this, no disrespect. I understand I was on bourbon, so I was in the touristy area, but I don't know anybody really from down there, so I ain't had no reference point to start. I feel like the food on bourbon was definitely overrated.
Okay.
And I feel like most New Orleans natives will agree with me on that. But I will say this, and maybe they don't know this because they've been living down there. It's a weird energy in that city for real.
There's a lot of voodoo and shit, right?
It is a
gotta
weird, man.
That black magic.
Listen, dog, it is real for real. Like you walking past like certain places and you could just feel it, like House of Voodoo. There's one chick named like Marie Laveau. Shout out to Tracy's white friend that she brought down. She was trying to get us to go to like Marie Laveau's House of Voodoo or some shit like that. Well, like, ain't nobody going to that shit. Black people don't do that shit for real.
Y'all trying to go see the devil? No.
As a matter of fact, I'm right there.
Sup, dog? Satan.
Right. As a matter of fact, I'm not trying to go see the devil for real.
Trying to do the drop next week.
Yeah, so it was just like, and even coming back home for real, like just feeling the energy for real. I was like, it took a second for like I would say like my spirit to like level out after being down there for real. It was crazy.
Now, see, that's interesting because that's like a big voodoo capital of like, I remember one time back in college, my homeboy Rick, he used to stay with some Africans, and Africans, certain parts of Africa, I don't want to generalize the whole continent of Africa. But whatever part of these people he was living with, because you get dormed up together or whatever. They was from Africa. Dudes was arguing. One dude pulled out a gun. They started laughing at him. He's like, "Okay, I got something for your eyes." And then he go back. He pulled out a fucking he pulled out something. He's like, "This is voodoo." He said, "Real talk, them niggas got shook."
Yeah.
Them niggas got super shook. So like, if you was in that type of environment, like, I believe in spirits and shit. I wouldn't want to be.
Man,
yeah, I think I'd rather have a nigga pull a gun on me than have a fucking voodoo doll on me.
Yeah.
Like that's some other shit. He just show you that and then just drive off. Like, what the fuck? Was that me?
Yeah, that's some salty shit right there for real. Because even if he doesn't have any power over you or anything like that, you gonna question every bad thing that happens. Was it because of this voodoo doll for real?
A voodoo doll, that might be some of the wickedest shit for that shit is crazy. To have a doll of somebody. Yeah. Does that work?
I don't know. I don't want to find out.
I don't want to find out either. I'm just going to reserve my comments and say that I serve the Most High Jah. And I don't worry about such things.
Speaking of that shit, this is the last point. Because I couldn't fuck with voodoo because, like, you know how they do them, like, Haunted Ohio tours and shit. Like, I don't want to go see real ghosts.
No.
Like, I don't want no
I
real
actually went
just
to
the ones at the IX Indoor Amusement Park.
For the first time in my life, I went to a haunted house. Who did I go to that haunted house with? I can't remember.
This was last year, right?
Yeah, like last year. That was the stupidest shit I done been to in my motherfucking life, dog. Like, who pays to be scared?
Right.
Like, I get getting on a roller. No, I'm not doing that shit. That shit dumb for real. Like, and then like they was purposely like fucking with black dudes. You know what I'm saying? Because, if you retaliate or hit them back or something like that, they gonna kick you out. But they was like younger black dudes, they was like purposely like fucking with them, like getting in their face. And I guess the actor doing shit he wouldn't be able to do in real life.
True.
For real. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like smacking their swords on the ground at them and they axes and shit. And one nigga like stole on them for real.
And them niggas probably be drunk as fuck, man. Imagine if that was your job, though, like to scare motherfuckers. I'd try to make the best of it, too.
Imagine if that was your job. No, thank you.
Who signs up for that?
Nigga, man, you be walking around New Orleans like a nigga got a gimmick for every fucking thing. And stay tuned because after we drop this episode, I'm actually gonna drop the Gumbo Files. I'll have it's gonna be tons of video. We actually podcasted from the Mississippi too, but
we wasn't invited.
Everybody got a gimmick down there for real. Like one dude's gimmick was like getting into like a punting stance. He had on like a football jersey, like like getting into the punting stance. You know what a punting stance,
Yeah,
like
about
it's
to kick the
spread
ball.
out. Yeah. And he would just hold it.
The ball?
No,
just
hold the whole
stance.
stance,
Yeah.
like be perfectly still. You know what I'm saying? Of course, he had a bucket in front of him, and people would come and take pictures and whatever and tip him. You know what I'm saying? But it's a real tippy city. Like if a nigga look at you, make eye contact with you,
Right.
he feel like you owe him. Like I was outside of Cafe Du Monde. That's the space that's like real famous for their beignets, and a guy was playing a saxophone. He was real good too, and I set my camera down. He stopped playing. It's like, unless you're going to help the cause or whatever. So I put him a few dollars in or whatever.
Yeah.
And we both was laughing. He like, where are you from? I said, the show me state. He said, Missouri. I said, no, Cleveland. He said, I thought Missouri was the show me state. I said, nah, it's Cleveland. I said, I showed you, now you show me. Play that saxophone, motherfucker. Since you taking pay, now I own you for the next 2 minutes. Play that shit, nigga. But yeah, it's like everybody, like a motherfucker walked up to me with a sign, was like, here, hold it. So I held the sign. He like, take a picture with it. So I gave him my phone. He took a picture and was like, I take donations. Like, nigga, you just walked up to me, mother.
Nigga did the same thing to me in Punta Cana. Put a lizard on my head. Like, He's like, okay, I take tip now. Like, man, what the fuck?
Well, like,
Hey, man, that's niggas hustle, man.
man, fuck your hustle if that's your hustle.
That's a
nigga.
trained lizard, nigga, on your head.
Yeah.
That shit ridiculous. Like it's amazing how many people like you don't make. If you ever go to New Orleans, don't make eye contact with nobody. For
Wearing
real.
sunglasses.
Yeah, that's the way to go. Wear some sunglasses for real. And last thing about it that was very interesting. The last day we were there. Well, we were there. It came in we left on the 6th, so it came in on the 5th. The biggest swingers convention in the country comes into town.
Oh, shit.
My nigga.
They have swingers conventions,
Yo, my nigga.
conferences and shit. Thank you all for coming out tonight.
You talking about old white dudes walking around with they hot wives.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They're hot wives and they're into the hot wife lifestyle. Asses out. They pulling their titties out on it. They busting it open and all this shit. I'm like, yo, I'm going to sit here and watch this show. Me and my girl got drinks and just stood in front of the balcony and watched them act the fool. Because anytime I can see white people act up, I am all the way there for it.
Hilarious.
All the way there for it.
What's a swingers convention? What goes on? I mean, I know what goes
Nigga,
on.
what you
Right.
think-
Okay.
what the
Yeah.
fuck
Right.
you
I
think
know what
goes
goes on, but like to call it a convention.
A whole bunch of gonorrhea.
Oh, perfect segue. Since we get into some headlines now,
An unfortunate segue.
super gonorrhea.
Some sick people out here, man.
Now, super gonorrhea, literally, is some sick people out here. Super gonorrhea is something that we've heard about. I've heard about.
Let's
for
say,
a
have we?
while. Yeah, it's. I guess it was kind of rare. I guess it's on the come up, and they saying that
On the come up.
Shit,
I'm on
nigga.
my grind. Gonorrhea on the grind.
On the come ups, making YouTube videos and shit.
But this is the thing. It's spread by oral sex. How the fuck they make it to where niggas can't even get head no more for real?
Oh, that's crazy. The thing, when I hear super gonorrhea, I think of like that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle ooze. Just got on some gonorrhea, made it super. What the fuck are we doing out here, man?
Super gonorrhea.
Any type of super gotta involve ooze.
Let me
Yeah.
see what this. Let me see what this Forbes article. Matter of fact, they just posted one like 6 hours ago.
Super gonorrhea?
Yeah.
Dude, that's crazy, man.
It says
Hope they don't get no super AIDS.
super gonorrhea is not.
I think
the
AIDS
next,
already super.
It's not the next DC Comics television show or movie like Superman or Supergirl. It's a sexually transmitted bacteria, Neisseria gonorrhoeae, that is resistant to most, if not all, the antibiotics that we have available. A slang term for gonorrhea is the clap, but no one clapping about the around 78 million new gonorrhea infections that occur each year.
These niggas making
Fucking-
jokes. These
yeah,
niggas,
fucking-
these
it
niggas
was-
joking about this shit.
Gonorrhea then went from the clap to a round of applause in this.
Man, nigga. Hey, look, so it says,
Standing ovation in this.
why is antibiotic-resistant gonorrhea spreading? One problem is unprotected oral sex.
Stop.
Remember, unprotected oral sex is not safe sex. You know the joke that only the safe unprotected sex is when you are in different zip code. What the fuck are they talking about? Oral sex can transmit Neisseria gonorrhea from someone's private parts to your throat and vice versa. And up to 90% of people with oral gonorrhea have no or minimal symptoms. Yes, many people do not even realize that they have oral gonorrhea.
I can't stand when they say shit like that. That just be putting thoughts in your head because, like, you should be like, oh, damn, I ain't got it. But even if you don't know you got it, you might got it. It's like, oh, well, damn. It's like, shit.
Let me just breathe for a little
Hey,
bit.
just further reason why I'm so happy I'm not out here in the dating pool no more.
Yeah, me too.
God damn, man.
It's a scary world out here, man.
Shit.
It's a scary
Shit.
world.
Nigga.
Like, what? That just make you wonder, like, and it's resistant to all the antibiotics that we have. Like, how?
Shit, we
How?
need Spider-Man on this motherfucker. Like, we need somebody.
What the fuck is a super fucking gonorrhea? Who was the first person to get super gonorrhea for real? You can't even get no head no more. Nigga, the days of getting head from a random chick in the club in a DJ booth.
It's still around. No, I'm just the first nigga to get it was probably Lonnie Songs.
Yeah, it probably was Lonnie Songs for real.
No, you gotta think about it like this. Like, honestly, you probably want to protect yourself.
Probably.
Not probably. Yeah, you want to protect yourself.
I mean, you might want to. I mean, you
yeah.
might, yeah.
I mean, damn. If they got super gonorrhea, the question you really gotta ask yourself is like, what's next?
What the fuck is next?
Like
nigga?
shit, herpes.
Super AIDS, like you said, for
Yeah,
real.
like you gotta think herpes, AIDS. They getting jealous. They ain't got no super versions. They ain't got no older brother.
Well, herpes is not jealous of anybody because he's around for life, for real.
Yeah, but you gotta think he not super yet.
Nah, man.
Yeah,
listen,
he didn't go Super Saiyan yet.
let's hope he don't go Super Saiyan.
Yo, is a cold sore herpes?
Yeah, technically.
Because
But it go away.
man, look, I thought herpes is herpes, right? There's no it's just a cold sore.
Nah,
like
no,
because I didn't know that I didn't know that was
no,
herpes.
No, it's 1 and 2. It's simplex 1 and 2.
So-
So a person, from what I understand, I ain't no medical professional, so don't be getting on my ass.
Right.
All right. Pause.
Well,
But,
actually,
from what I understand, the virus that causes a cold sore does not cause them in your genitals. But the one that causes it in your genitals can be spread to a person's mouth,
Right.
and vice versa for the one that doesn't. So
you don't know.
you know, I mean, if you never had a bump on your genitals, you
Right.
probably don't have genital herpes.
We say dick and pussy over here.
Right.
I'm just saying, like, it was like these two ladies at my job
I think it was professional.
that they used to like they get cold sores every now and again, like like every 3 months, every 4 months, is be a cold sore on their lip. And then I remember my coworkers like, oh yeah, I mean that's herpes, but it's not a big deal. I'm like, wait, what? A cold sore is herpes?
I mean,
and it's not a big deal.
It all depends because they could be getting them on their lips because they got them on their genitals as well. You just
Right,
don't
that's
fucking
what
know.
I'm saying. Like you don't
never
know.
You just don't want to risk it, pretty much.
But
That's-
wouldn't you try to
honestly-
hide it though?
Honestly, that's why you got to kind of be around. Like you can't just you got to be around a chick for like 3-4 months before you take
to
that
see if
condom
that-
off.
to see if that
Yeah,
cold sore
see
gonna
if that
pop
cold
up.
sore gonna pop up.
That's
for
crazy,
real.
man.
Because I really don't believe people is out here telling people that they got herpes.
No,
I
no.
don't. I definitely don't think that.
Like, cause that's like that would be a conversation one would have to have at like the top of a relationship for real. Like,
Yeah.
yo,
You gotta sneak that shit in there.
Yeah, that's like telling
Two
you like,
kids,
hey,
herpes, and also like jogging.
ain't nobody
What was
that would be like
for?
opening up a good game like, yeah, yo, I'm a liar. Nobody's gonna do that. Like, yo, I have herpes. You know?
Yeah.
Hey, yeah.
The
Yo,
thing is, I always used to say, like, when I don't have herpes, I've actually never had any STD. Thank God, knock on wood.
No, I've been burnt before. If I was keeping it real,
fire,
actually, I got gonorrhea for real.
Thank God it
burn,
wasn't
baby,
the super
burn.
kind.
No, it wasn't
Disco
super.
Inferno.
Like
you only singing that because you ain't never been burnt before. That's why you laughing about the shit.
Deep down,
he's
you
right,
know
because
it's
every
best.
nigga I know that got burnt, they do not
No,
laugh
that
about
shit
that
not
shit.
funny.
They be like, man,
That shit not funny. Like I said, if you've ever been burnt before, that shit is a
life altering experience.
yeah, it's a psychological. It does something to you for real.
Yeah.
Especially if you out here living to the point where you can't really pinpoint where you
got where you got it from.
That
where
would
you
that would
got
suck.
it from for real. So you gotta kind of clear your whole slate. You know what I'm saying? Because nigga don't even know where to begin with, to who to ask about anything or anything like that. Like, fortunately, mine wasn't some shit I couldn't get away with. But no, that shit will teach you a lesson you won't ever forget for real. And I'm not even saying that because mine was like, oh, I'm peeing and it hurt her. No, it wasn't even like that for real. It was just, nigga, the shit is a psychological blow to you because up until that moment, you think you're invincible for real. And let's be clear. I was not out here living reckless like that. I'm actually pretty sure I did get it from oral sex for real. Like, and that's what my doctor told me. I was like, yo, how the fuck? Like, nah, I don't be out here like that. He like, do you get oral sex unprotected? I'm like, who doesn't? If like, honestly, if you tell a chick to put on you gonna put on a condom for her to suck your dick, she's gonna look at you sideways. Right. That's I've tried it before. Like, yo, I get head with a condom on. Bitch, like, I'm about to be sucking on no fucking rubber.
But
Bye,
yeah,
nigga.
like, what is that? Well, yeah, I would just rather than just not get head.
Just rather not get head for real.
Man,
like,
don't let no fucking STDs go to hand jobs.
man,
That's gonna be fucked up.
Just taking all the joys of life.
yeah.
who the fuck ever wanted a hand job before? I don't think no man has ever preferred a hand job.
The bronze
from
medal of sexual
one
activity.
Exactly, literally the bronze medal
bronze
of sexual activity. That shit is only hand job a nigga ever wants is one from himself for real.
They be too aggressive. Like, yo, this shit is
Man,
attached
listen,
to me.
Oh
calm down,
Just
nah.
because that shit is hard,
Right,
does
calm
not
down.
mean it does not have feeling.
All
Okay,
of a sudden you see white knuckles. Just
nigga, they be sitting there, and then it's the thing about a chick giving you a hand job. They be jacking your dick in all the wrong fucking places. Why are you down around the base of my dick? There's no feeling down there.
There's an art to it. There definitely is, and an art that only you yourself know for real.
And that's it's something only you should be doing.
Yeah.
for
Nah,
yourself.
think about it. You jack off, nigga. A nigga could go. I go in that bathroom like 30 seconds later. Like, hey, what's up, everybody? I'm not saying I would do that, but man, I used to get a hand job when I was a teenager. Girl wouldn't grip it. They would just be trying to like do one of them, like, you know how them white dudes do the glow sticks? They just be on the pit dick like, like, bitch, ain't no techno music playing. It's just a straight up and down motion. Don't touch the head.
Don't touch the head. Don't touch the top of the head.
Yeah.
It's really. I had to stop one girl one time. Like, yo, you see this space under here? That's where all the feeling is.
All right, you're not really trying to give classes.
Right.
Nigga, you put a marker like.
That's
here,
why I ain't never
here,
took
here,
nobody's
right here.
That's why I've never took nobody's virginity before though.
Me
I'm not
either.
in the business of teaching for real.
That's why.
And yeah, that's
I think
exactly why, nigga.
For me, I think it's because I've never met a virgin.
Well, that's partially true, too.
No, I've had an opportunity to take a virginity before. I was cool
haven't.
on it.
I ain't never met no virgin, man.
I want them fucking.
That's like seeing a
soul
unicorn.
ties. Speaking of virgins, Rob Kardashian had a one.
What inning?
Rob Kardashian had a fucking terrible week, dog. A fucking terrible week. We're not going to talk about this too long because I feel like it's a dead horse. The only reason we even touching on this shit is so we could put it in the tags and niggas get some views off of this shit. But one thing I will say, stay woke. Stay woke, son. One thing I will say is, who the fuck is T.I. to speak on anybody's situation for real?
I don't know. Man, you know what? Here go the thing with the Rob Kardashian shit. Before you get on the T.I. shit, or just my take. Like, man, this is the prime reason why, as a dude, you need to have your sucker attack early. And you only get one sucker attack in life. You get your sucker attack under 20. Shit, if I ever have a son, I'm like, look, man, tell the girl, like, hey, if you don't fuck with him, just make sure you have a sucker attack early. Like, if it's 20th birthday, just
Cause you gonna have one.
You gonna have a sucker.
You gonna have a sucker
Every
attack.
nigga has a sucker
You gonna-
attack.
And you
I definitely had a sucker attack.
I had a sucker attack when I was 18 years old.
you look back at it like, yo, I was tripping.
I just told
You've only had one sucker attack in your life.
public sucker attack.
Yeah. Okay. No. Okay. My second, my sucker attack I probably had one about 3-4 years ago. I had a sucker attack, and it wasn't public. Thank the Lord, it wasn't public, but it could have been public. It could have been bad for real. And that's when I was like, yo, you tripping? Like, no. If the moment a chick got you out of your hookup, nigga,
Define a sucker attack.
no, I'm not defining shit because I ain't talking about it at all. Not talking about it at all.
I think a sucker attack is just really losing yourself.
Yeah, losing yourself.
Going out of your way to really please someone in ways that you wouldn't.
Nah, I don't
When
think
you
it.
said please,
I don't think
I mean, like, just
at
like
the moment you having a sucker attack, it's no longer about pleasing. Your emotions are just out of fucking whack.
Yeah, but you
know
do
what I'm
everything to
saying?
make this person happy. Like you not. Like
No, I
you
wouldn't-
tripping. Like
nah, I
you.
think-
Nah,
you head over.
I think
You
a sucker-
describing a simp.
Yeah,
you describing a
I
simp.
thought that's what y'all talking
I'm
about.
gonna need
I
you to
think-
quit hitting it. Can you
think-
straighten up the?
I think
Thank
a
you.
sucker
That's
attack-
important right there, sir.
Is when you have like an emotional breakdown.
Yeah.
Right.
When
Over a female.
Yeah, when you have an emotional breakdown. Now, would heartbreak go into the sucker attack?
A lot of times it can go into the sucker attack. That's normally when it does happen. For
But
real.
heartbreak leads to sucker attacks.
Yeah.
Yeah, heartbreak leads to sucker attacks. I think it's when you have an emotional breakdown and then you act just over the top crazy.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
just the best.
That's kind
way
of
to
what I was
split.
saying.
No, you was basically saying like, if you buy your chick flowers,
Yeah.
know,
Nah,
No,
that's-
no. That's not what I was saying. Y'all ain't let me finish. I'll cut me off.
if you
Nigga, you talking about pleasing a bitch.
Yeah.
But
No,
at the
but
moment
yeah,
you
I
have a
mean-
sucker attack, pleasing her is no longer
Yeah.
an option.
So
I told my
sucker-
bitch,
so
that nigga told he loved her, sucker ass nigga.
So a sucker attack is pretty much like after the relationship is over and you just like, I missed this bitch so much.
No, nigga,
No.
a sucker attack is normally when your feelings are not being reciprocated, so you have an emotional breakdown.
So, for example, in Rob's case, Rob got cheated on by Black China, and I'm pretty sure everybody was shocked about that. Okay. Anyway, like I was saying, he got cheated on by Black China,
I'm
and he lashed out. He lashed out, and he started exposing pictures and all the shit. That's a classic sucker attack.
That's a sucker
Okay.
attack.
Okay.
I'm talking about when I had my sucker attack, I was 18. I fucking basically was the kid in led on getting cheated. I wasn't with her, but technically I felt like I was getting cheated on. I'm on the phone like, you bitch, fuck you bitch, blah, 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 blah. And it was like, yo, my dad called me downstairs like, don't fuck with her no more.
Yeah.
And then I was like, you can still whoop my ass, so I respect you. I'm not going to fuck with her no more. And then after that, I pretty much tried to keep my sucker attacks to a minimum. No sucker attacks in public.
That's what's up.
Nothing like that.
So T.I. has something to say about it, and I'm gonna y'all ain't gonna be able to actually hear it, but I'm gonna play this, and then we'll talk about it. But basically, what T.I. had to say was that a man never tells a woman's business. All right, I'm gonna play this right quick. Hold on 1 second, so the folks out there can hear it. Courtesy of TMZ, of course.
Don't tell women's business. That's bad. It's very, very bad. It's poor character. It's flawed. You know what I mean? If a woman entrusts you, man, and confide in
He's
you,
basically
man, with
saying,
secrets
don't
and stuff
tell
like that, you don't
women's
never let
business.
that- you don't
That's
do
flawed.
that.
If a
You
woman
don't do
confide
that.
in you with her
You know what I'm
secrets,
saying? Our
you take them to the
secrets are
grave.
You know what I'm saying? We don't do that.
I mean, shit.
That's basically what he's saying. Though.
If
He's
anybody
saying,
tell you a secret, you supposed to,
My
take it to
father
the
beat
grave.
me. This nigga stepfather beat the shit out of me.
right.
Yeah, that's all-
But
that's
basically,
all.
he's saying, yo, if a woman entrusts you with the nudes, if a woman entrusts you with her secrets, don't go and put her on blast because she don't fuck with you no more, which is 100% correct. But do not expect the same courtesy from a bitch. I'm going to tell you that now.
exposing
she's gonna
nudes
put-
is crazy for her.
She's going to
What are you
put
doing?
everything that you've ever told her, any weakness that you've ever showed her,
Right.
she's going to put that shit on blast.
Yeah, they not gonna expose them meat pics though.
Nah, they ain't
That's
gonna.
a
No, that's
commercial.
that's a commercial. Hey, my ex told the world everything except that I got a
Right.
big old dick. She ain't tell y'all that, did she?
Cause that would ruin the narrative for real. They always try to run with that. And that nigga had little dick anyway. Like, oh yeah, post some pics.
Leak the pics.
Leak
Leak
the
the
pics.
pics right
Leak the
now.
pics.
Leak the
Show
pics.
everybody.
Shit, I leak them myself. Hold on, where my phone at?
Right, leak the fucking.
Show
pics.
'em.
Leak the fucking pics.
You had IUDs all the time.
But that actually wasn't T.I.'s first time speaking on the Rob Kardashian. I guess that was T.I.'s way of saying, nigga, don't tell my business. Because apparently after he spoke on it the first time, Rob came out and was like, nigga, you used to pay her for threesomes with you and Tiny.
I mean, that's one thing. Niggas need to learn to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Like,
shut the
hey,
fuck up.
Shut the fuck up.
But you know what? Females need to learn not to overshare. How many times have you been laid up with a chick and she's just giving you way too much info about her sexual exploits?
Telling you shit about other niggas.
Yeah, like, shut the fuck. I don't want to hear that shit.
Right.
yeah, I definitely don't want to hear that shit.
Don't nobody want to hear that shit. So my thing is,
He rammed it in me.
right, pretty much.
Like,
Let me see what else we got going on this week. We just running through some headlines.
This is the first time it's usually like we got 6 topics. And they're like, hold on, bro. But what you think about this?
right.
I don't give a fuck about the Black China.
Yeah, we really don't.
Yeah, we really don't. We just had to touch that one.
And to be real, I don't
Shit
care
like-
about their fucking kid either because it's not mine. So, there.
Shit
Everybody showing the fake concern for the
Shit
kid.
like that happens.
I don't care.
Shit like that happens every day on Twitter.
Shouldn't be born by her.
Shit like that happens every day in the hood. For
Yeah,
real.
every day.
In America.
The Prodigy mural went up in Queensbridge, or was it just Queensbridge? Wasn't it?
Queen, it gotta be in Queens. I don't think
Queens,
they
yeah,
do
not
that shit in, like,
Queensbridge, yeah, Queens.
Somewhere
and,
in Queens.
was defaced within
Beverly
hours for real.
That's crazy, man.
Somebody
They don't
Threw
know.
white paint on it.
threw white paint all over it.
White paint at that. That makes you. You know.
That shit fucked up for real. Somebody has some like. How can you? I get not liking a nigga when he alive, but like.
Yeah, once he gone, yeah.
Don't the expiration date on hate and like stop at a nigga's death for real.
Like, ain't nobody going, this great fucking
Right.
Right. Like niggas ain't never defaced.
Well, no, actually, that has happened for real. Remember that one World Star video where the nigga went into the funeral home and slapped the shit out of the nigga?
That was crazy.
Nigga, that is some deep-seated hatred right
But
there.
actually, you know what? Now that I think about it, remember when Art Modell died? The dude pissed on his grave, taped himself pissing on his grave.
Nah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, those that don't know, Art Modell was a former Browns owner. He moved him to Baltimore. When he died, a Browns fan went to his grave and taped himself pissing on his grave.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, like, I mean, once a person die, man, like, just leave the motherfucker alone. The crazy part about the Prodigy mural is that's also disrespecting to the mural looked nice. Like,
No, the mural was beautiful for
Yeah,
real.
it's-
Like, it was a
it took
dope
him
ass
5
mural.
days.
Yeah, that's disrespectful.
so you disrespecting
man.
the artist and the deceased.
And the
But
family.
who knows? Because the way graffiti wars is in New York, the disrespect might have been towards the artist
And not Prodigy. Yeah, exactly.
So let's hope that was the case.
That's crazy, man. Niggas have been here 400 years. We ain't never defaced the Lincoln Memorial.
Exactly.
Well, Lincoln
Yeah, but
Lincoln
I
freed the
would
slaves,
be-
though.
I would
But
be curious.
George Washington Monument
But
and no
then you
shit
gotta
like
realize,
that.
like, they got
Did Lincoln
security and
really
shit like-
free the
Yeah, but
slaves?
I meant to say Lincoln. I meant to
Did
say George
he?
Washington.
Really?
It was Lonnie Songs that did it.
Message.
Webby allegedly beat his girlfriend high off coke with no sleep for 2 days. The original Savage Life right there.
Webby.
Webby. Yeah.
That's INDEP.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was actually a headline. Who the fuck give a fuck about what Webby do?
Hey, nigga, it's still niggas out here that don't act like niggas in Akron don't give a fuck about Webby, all right?
I could see Boozy, but damn, Webby?
My niggas in Akron.
If you want to be real, for real, all of Boosie's greatest songs are Webby songs.
No, not Wipe Me Down.
Other than Wipe Me Down.
Shit, I don't know any other Boozy
Nigga, I had to do a free Boosie mix. Now that ain't saying he ain't got like you know what I'm saying, like album cuts and shit, but most of Boosie's radio songs are actually Webby songs.
Yeah. I mean, Super Bad was all right. But man, if you think about it, like, Webby, that I don't know the nigga care. From what I understand, Webby is a complete asshole. So it's not shocking to me.
Well, Boosie could be an asshole too, apparently, right?
Nah, I mean, what you talking about with the Jay-Z shit?
Nah, nigga, with the shit when you asked them for 2 drops back in the day. You don't remember that?
No, I don't. Was that me or was that EV?
Nah, that was you for real. I believe it was.
What
Y'all was
happened?
like at the
Refresh my-
Metrop or something. And he gave you like 1 drop and you asked for a second one. He was like, nah.
Yeah.
Like, nah, 1.
And that's my life through K-Nice's filter. But yeah, seriously, like, I mean, Webby, don't beat your bitch.
Don't beat your bitch. Tell Playboy Cardi that too. You know, he dates Ruby Rose, which is one of them Instagram hoes. Apparently, he and her got into it inside of the airport. You big dummy.
In the airport.
You big dummy.
Any
fuck
type
was he
of
expecting?
confrontation in the airport.
Nigga, you don't do
that shit might be a
shit.
felony, man.
Yeah.
Nigga, you don't do shit. Nigga, I got a letter over here from, let me tell y'all niggas something. Don't ever forget to declare your gun when you are flying, for real. I had mine in my check. It was my checked luggage or whatever, but I actually forgot to tell them that it was in there. Oh, that shit was a big deal, my nigga.
So it was going through the thing.
Nigga, that shit was a big
What
fucking
they
deal.
say? This is going down recently.
Yeah, this is in April for real. I just got it. Here we are 3 months later. I just got a letter from TSA saying they finding me $500.
Damn.
Jesus Christ.
How long was that the process?
It probably took us about an hour.
Yeah.
For real, for them to like clear me. They knew
Right.
like, the gun was registered and everything like that. But my nigga, you do not ever.
They
wanna
could have brought the
forget.
army out, bruh.
Man,
Made an
listen,
example out of you.
Real Army guns.
No, that shit was a big deal for real. But yeah, allegedly he was telling her when they landed that she needed to check in with their mom or her mom or his mom or something like that. She wasn't on it. Tried to walk away from him. I guess he grabbed her by her backpack and threw her in the Uber. That's kidnapping right there, brother. That's gonna cost you a little bit of money right there. Maya Campbell sighting, another one.
Oh, man, I saw that
Who?
earlier.
You saw that shit?
Yeah, that was crazy, man.
Dude.
Who?
Hey, man.
Maya Campbell. Do you remember Maya Campbell? Fine
Maya
ass
Campbell.
chocolate actor. Look her up on your phone for real.
She was
fine ass chocolate
She was in
actor.
Debbie Allen and
LL Cool J show in
yeah,
the house.
in the
wasn't it?
house. Remember, it used to come on WB
Yeah, I do it
or
with,
UPN.
with Carlton.
No,
Nah,
no,
Carlton wasn't in it. Yes, he was.
no, he
no.
wasn't.
He definitely wasn't on.
With LL Cool J?
Yeah, no, he
What? Come on, hold on, man.
definitely wasn't.
Yes, he was.
Where is it? I ain't say go to fucking Bossip. Who the fuck?
Yes, he was. Talking about.
Oh shit, he was in it.
Yeah,
Was he?
I
Let me
used to
see
watch
that
that
shit.
show. You talking about her? That girl.
Alfonso Ribeiro.
Yeah, Alfonso Ribeiro. That was a good show. I like
Yeah.
that show.
Damn, he sure was. Okay, so
her.
she was sighted. She was sighted out in was it South Central or something at a gas
thought it was
station?
Atlanta.
Well, let me see. Hold on 1 sec.
Whatever she was cited as, she was
was
basically
bad.
talking about, yeah, she missing a tooth and she talking about she wants some crack.
She wants some crack.
Maya Campbell?
She wants some
Yeah.
crack. Now this is the second. This is actually the second sighting of her looking bad like this for real. Like they had saw somebody had her on tape like a few years back, probably like 4 or 5 years back. Then probably like 2 years later, they
Oh,
came
man.
with like the.
That's bad, man.
That's bad, dude. They came with the fucking updates saying she was doing better. Well, apparently she I done seen it, nigga.
Yeah, man.
Apparently she has relapsed. Man,
Let me say this, man.
prayers up for her for real. That's a goddamn shame. She was one of the original fine like black chicks.
Yeah,
like,
just straight natural
just
though.
straight
Yeah,
beautiful
man.
for real.
Yeah, here go the crazy part though. Hey man, yo fuck niggas, stop taping that shit, dog.
Yeah, stop taping
Like trying
that
to do
shit.
that shit for likes, man. At one point, niggas gotta stop trying to put likes over humanity.
Yeah, that shit ain't okay for real.
Yeah, like if you
Like
see
that-
somebody struggling, what are you? I'm gonna get my likes up. I'm a rapper that nobody's heard of.
That gains you. But why is it always some pseudo famous ass nigga that
Yeah,
runs
that-
into her in
yeah.
situations like that? And you got to think too, nigga. These niggas like y'all on camera actually entertaining the bullshit. I bet you when that camera go off, they getting head or fucking her for real.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised.
Guaranteed, my nigga.
Would not be
Because
surprised.
these nasty niggas out here will fuck a cluck, dude.
I mean, it's still Maya Campbell.
Shit.
Yeah,
Shit,
like dog,
shit.
like at the end of the day, like that's just like Meek Mill with the homeless nigga had him doing push-ups. Like,
Whack.
just give him the money.
But
man. What the
you
fuck?
know who the originator of rappers exploiting homeless people was?
who?
Cameron.
Oh,
That nigga Cameron was notorious. The Cameron Giles files are pretty funny though, for real. He be having that crackhead doing all types of shit.
You know who else used to do that? Little John. Remember they had that whole DVD back in the day? They had like bums fighting and shit. They was
I was literally about to say, shout out to bum fights for real.
Yeah.
Bum fights.
Yeah, bum fights. They used to have bums fight.
Nigga, bum fights was crazy, nigga.
What, fight for like what, $1 or something?
Like
Some
$20 or
some shit
a
like
beer or
I used to watch this shit called Felony Fights.
Personal pan pizza.
I used to watch Felony Fights. They used to get these two felons or whatever to fight. This shit was crazy. This is like they used to go fight in like deserts and fields and shit like that. People would exploit anything for money. And the crazy part, we watch it. That just shows we are the downfall of society.
yes, we are. We are with our cameras and our
Is that what that
phones,
means?
for real.
Yeah, when you,
I mean, what if it's just on TV?
I mean,
We entertain it.
Yeah, you entertaining it for real.
You got to think about
That's
it.
why
like,
it's still on TV, because if nobody was watching it,
Should
it
you
wouldn't
just
come on anymore.
Flip by and watch the watch Lifetime?
Nah, I mean, you should watch. Maybe you should read a book, or maybe you should do something else. You got to think about it like this, because you questioning me. Do you watch reality TV shows?
I used to watch The Real World.
Okay.
I used to fuck with that show, man.
Speaking of which, why the fuck is CT still doing like the Real World Rules Challenge?
That's
Shit
still
like-
on?
Yeah, he
That
like-
shit is a way of life.
I didn't
nigga.
even know
Yeah, that's
MTV.
his job.
I didn't even know MTV still had TV
I
shows.
just so happened to click past MTV, right? I'm watching it, and it was like Real World Rules Challenge with CT. I'm like,
Who's
how the
watching
fuck
that?
is- what is this? Is
Fucking
day job?
CT got to be like 50 by now.
Yeah,
dude.
just like I'm still fucking out here on the fucking road.
Like, and why hasn't that like led to anything else for him, for real?
It's led to new seasons of Real World Rule Challenge.
Hey man, he's content.
Yeah, that's his job. Like, if
That's his
motherfuckers
dream
gonna have to
job,
pay me
man.
Fucking for Boston, for fucking CT gonna have to pay me. Like, man, get a fucking real job.
Wait, there have been some classic coonery entertainment shows. Like the Flavor of Love is one of a kind.
Flavor of Love was awesome.
Flavor
Yes.
of Love might be the greatest reality
I put it
TV
like
show
this.
of all time.
That is true.
It's like, are they gonna really kiss this nigga?
Yeah, that's what I was.
This is wild.
That is true. But I will say this.
That's
The
when
thing
I
is-
realized women would do anything for a
Right,
little
man.
bit of fame or money. When
That
bitches
opened a lot of
was
people's
kissing.
eyes.
I put it like this. That used to be 20% of our entertainment. It's starting to switch to the
Right.
point where
No,
it's
you're
getting
right.
like 80%.
Yep.
Where niggas is actually taking their phones and making their own entertainment. So it's like, oh, look at this crackhead. Look at this. Look at these two
Yeah.
bums. I'm about to go
Shout
shit
out.
on $1 and make a bitch pick it up.
Shout out to anything that's scripted for real nowadays, because you got to think about it. It takes more effort to write and imagine something than it does to just turn on the camera and tell a person to be ratchet.
Exactly.
Put a few glasses in between them so they have something to throw. You know what I'm saying? Make sure they liquored up. Boom. You're going to have instant action, dude.
We don't respect talent anymore.
No, we
period.
do
Point
not.
blank.
You know what's
do
crazy?
not.
I was thinking about that like the other day. Like I was listening to
Beethoven.
Boys to Men, and my girlfriend, her little cousin was like, "Can you change this?" Like I'm like, "What you mean? Can I change this? Like, can you play something else?" I'm like, "Man, this nigga, you like, no, Boys to Men, them niggas used to actually sing.
That's too much
Yeah.
emotion
It's
for
too
them.
much singing. It's too much emotion." And I realized listening to the Boys to Men, like that is like the highest quality scent music for real.
Yeah.
It's
Nah,
high quality
yeah.
though.
It really
It's really
is.
top of the line for you. Got a nigga breaking it down and talking to you.
Yeah,
You know,
I'll remove my
baby.
foot for you, baby. you know,
No, that nigga said, baby,
baby.
I knew. I just didn't care. Just come on back to me.
you got him sounding
come
like
on back to
Batman
me.
from the Dark Knight, right?
How this nigga sound like Bruce
Where's
Wayne?
the Joker?
I don't know what he said.
And Bruce Wayne. Batman. Where's man? You gonna quit hitting this table or what,
Yeah,
dude?
man.
You shaking the cameras and shit.
Where's the bomb?
So yeah, big shout out to Boys and Men. Jacquees say he the 2016 Wanye. It'll never be another.
What?
Wanye. It'll never be another.
What? Wait, hold up. Who said that?
Jacquees.
The nigga who pretty much covered the Avant song?
Yeah, that's what I would call it. I would call it a cover.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Disrespect. Shout out to Wanye, man.
Shout out my nigga
2017
Wanye.
Trash.
Barry Sanders. Since we just saying shit.
Moving on, I got my Ancestry.com DNA results back. Very, very interesting.
He's
to see.
80% white.
Not at all.
That'd be fucked up.
Worst nightmare.
Crazy.
And 20% Chinese. K Nicey son.
That's actually funny because it's actually my high confidence areas are actually like African and Asian for real, which is hilarious as fuck.
All right, Hunway, so you're gonna have to break it down because I never did my ancestry results.
All right, so basically how it works is this. They kind of put everything into like a 2-country region because you will have natural DNA overlaps. That's like kind of saying like your DNA is consistent with people in Cleveland and Akron. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Of course, because of course a nigga from Akron is gonna date a chick in Cleveland. You know what I'm saying?
It's vice versa,
or whatever. So my primary, 81% of my DNA comes from Africa. 42% of it from the Ivory Coast of Ghana, Ivory Coast and Ghana, and then 23% from Cameroon and Congo. So out of Africa, those are my high confidence areas. Those are basically, look, we know you have descendants or ancestors in this area for a fact. You know what I'm saying? Low confidence regions in Africa were like 4% Mali, 4% Benin and Togo, 3% Senegal. Africa Southeastern Bantu was like 2%, and then Nigeria was like 1%. You can see it right there, actually. Then my second high confidence area was Asia, South Asia though, which is like India, Pakistan, Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka. I got some theories about how that backs up the theory of the Asiatic black man. I think actually my for pretty much for my Hebrew Israelite beliefs, my DNA test pretty much backs it all up, like from top to bottom, right down to my European roots. 13% European, 7% Great Britain, obviously, because Ghana was colonized by
Great Britain.
You know what I'm saying? 3% Ireland, 1% Iberian Peninsula, less than 1% Western Europe, thank the Lord, less than 1% Finland, and less than 1% Caucasus Mountains. Caucasus, whatever they call that shit is. That shit you don't want to be. But basically, it kind of sums up backs up the theory that black people, in being the original Jewish man, fled Israel into Western Africa and was sold from the west coast of Africa. Most black people, especially in Cleveland, because they have these genetic communities that they actually put you in. So mine's is like Virginia in the deep south. So that's where I share the majority of my DNA with people, you know what I'm saying, in the United States or whatever, was so bugged out about getting it back. They start instantly showing you like your cousins around the world that have also taken a DNA test too. So they show you like third and fourth cousins. And it's just so crazy because it like literally, we don't even share the same last name, like nothing. You know what I'm saying?
You wouldn't even know.
Nah, you would have no clue.
What exactly did you do to get your ancestry results? Take us through the process.
I won't tell y'all the company that I actually used because ain't nobody cut no check. But if I did have to recommend one, I would say, because you know a lot of people doing it through trial and error, I would say probably do like AfricanAncestry.com because they'll tell you right down to the exact tribe. Like they'll tell you right down to the exact tribe because it's something like the chromosomes have been passed from father to son, son to father for like the last 2,000 years, and the same thing with the mother, the mom's chromosomes. So they could tell you like on your paternal side, this is what tribe you actually belong to. On your maternal side, this is. So that's something that I'm gonna look into doing actually next to drill it down. Pretty much what I did when I got my regions, I kind of went through like, so Ivory Coast and Ghana, I looked at pictures of like Cote d'Ivoirians versus pictures of like Ghanans. From what I see, the crazy shit about it is Ghanaians kind of run the gamut of the color spectrum, like African Americans do. This is the very interesting thing about Ghana. Ghana is one of the foremost emerging countries or markets in Africa right now. There's 26 million black people living in Ghana, all right? and the country is run totally by black people. All right, so it's an emerging market. They have something called the I think it's the Abode Act that they passed in like 2015, where African Americans looking to leave America can come and live in Ghana indefinitely, because basically they're recognizing their part in the transatlantic slave trade. And they were saying like a lot of Ghanaians feel guilty that, you know, they stayed and, you know, a lot of us got sent over or whatever like that. So after getting this, I said, shit, well, fuck it. Well, the whole purpose of me getting my DNA ancestry results were to visit wherever home was. You know what I'm saying? So I started doing some, you know, some research on Ghana or whatever like that, and seeing, you know, were there Africans that had African Americans that had repatriated over there? It's tons, for real. Said it's a community of probably about 3,000 or 4,000 of them in a country of 26 million. But the reason they want African Americans to move back to Ghana, because they realize we've gained skills over here that could be useful in building another nation. But I even bought some, and this was a while back, but you know, they have like mutual funds that invest in Africa. Like I would tell anybody out there, like going back to what we talked about before, investing in things you believe in, investing in things that you actually going to use. If you were going to invest in any emerging markets, Africa will be the place. You know what I'm saying? You can look up stocks on the Congo, you know what I'm saying? Look up stocks on Ghana, but Africa is the place, because this is what's happening in Ghana. And this is kind of why they need us back. What's happening is you have a lot of the Chinese that's moving in and opening up businesses, and they're only hiring their family. They say it's the same thing with the Indians. But I would tell, because I even said it to my girl, like, yo, how I'm kind of feeling is, I originally wanted to call this segment "Who Can I Run To?" because as black men in America, what the fuck we gonna do? Are you gonna wait around until America burns? And are you gonna be here for the actual burning? Because when you mention moving back to Africa, to most ignorant black people, they're gonna turn their nose up because they still think people are running around and with no clothes on and sarongs on. Yeah, that's what they think. Even your ignorant ass did that when I said Africa. For real. That's what they think. But that's not the case at all. These are modern cities, especially like in Ghana. They have the capital of Accra. They say it's new construction everywhere. High rises, you know what I'm saying? Your downtown, it's nightlife, it's all types of stuff. It's not very far off from what we know as American life. It's just in Africa without the presumed prejudices. They said, I was watching one dude's blog. He's a light-skinned black male, and he said they call him Oberoni. He said, yo, you come from America, they're going to call you Oberoni. He's like, it's not, or Bruni or something like that. He said it's not necessarily an insult, even though it kind of is. He said, but not really, for real. He said it's just like somebody calling you light-skinned, you know what I'm saying, from where you been. But it means brought in, you know what I'm saying, or brought back. So he's like, that's what they'll call you. But he was like, it's small things you notice and being in a totally black country, like going into a store and nobody ever following you around. There's no presumed guilt whatsoever. Could you imagine if we could take just that part out of American life? Presumed guilt?
Yeah, that would be.
That's what every walk in life. I remember one time just being at work and just me and another black guy in the hallway, just standing there talking. We was talking for a little minute, you know what I'm saying? Niggas should have probably got back to the cubicle, but we was there for like 15 minutes. But eventually someone came up and was like, are you guys on break?
Yeah.
You know? It's like,
that's funny about white people. They always going to play cop or security.
But I would never, but I know, because there were these two older Caucasian ladies, probably like in their mid-50s, but they were older and they used to always speak another language in the hallway for real. They had to have been sisters, but they would always be, maybe let's say Polish or something like that.
Okay.
But no one ever walked up to them and assumed, and they speaking a whole other language for real. No one ever walked up to them and was like, hey, get back to work. Like, what are y'all doing? Y'all over here plotting? Y'all over here plotting? No. But you see 2 or 3 black people together just standing there, like you said, the assumed guilt, presumed guilt. Like you just assume that y'all doing something.
Yeah.
Y'all doing something.
He said it's a very safe country.
Yeah.
He said thieves are despised. He said, that's just looked down upon. He said, so you don't too much have to worry about it. But if somebody does steal something from you, he like, all you got to do literally is yell, thief, thief, thief. You know what I'm saying? And he said, stranger out of nowhere, punch him in the face. He said, they'd beat a thief to death. As it should be. You know what I'm saying? As it should be. You shouldn't be around here stealing shit from people. But it's just, I really wanted to touch on this because America ain't going to get no better. I think a real thing a lot of niggas need to start thinking about is an exit strategy. It's an exit strategy. Even if you not, niggas be like, oh, you on that nah shit. You want to move back to Africa.
That's how niggas
that's literally how niggas be. You want to move back to Africa. What you going to do when they start hanging niggas again, though? At that very moment, it's going to be too late to try to go back to Africa. They going to have your ass locked in here. Niggas think that shit ain't gonna happen. Do you feel like America's gonna get any better?
Not at this rate.
You probably feel like America's gonna get better.
I mean, define.
Here we go. Here we go.
I think.
Here we go. Are they ever gonna stop killing niggas in the streets? Cops.
No, I would.
Oh, okay.
I think evidence.
Wait.
Go ahead.
I guess the question is, I don't know what you asking me from.
Will you,
wait,
as a black man, ever achieve true racial equality in America?
Probably not in my lifetime. No.
Probably.
But wait. Let me. I'm not actually not gonna throw a caveat in it. When you say America is becoming more authoritarian, so I would suggest I don't think it's supposed to get better for anybody. Like we are really losing our free press. Period. So you proving my point. I'm not arguing with you.
That's what I'm saying. So you do you as a black man stick around and wait for this shit to happen? Do you? Because I guarantee you, when it gets at its height, niggas is at that very moment gonna be talking about we should go back home. And it's going to be too late. You don't prepare for war in a time of war. You prepare for war in a time of peace. Now, I'm going to tell you what I'm thinking. And it's not. I've never been to Ghana, for real. I could go over there and I could hate it. But, I mean, I'm going to tell you, in the next 4 to 5 months, I will be visiting. You know what I'm saying? And if it's anything like it's being described as a place where our dollar is 5 to their 1, and where you could go and you can buy land and you can actually build a house, you know what I'm saying, for reasonably, that's at the very least is something I'm going to do, for real. From what I see, it would probably take about, for the average person to move out there and be comfortable, and this ain't from my experience or nothing like that, but I think about $20,000. You know what I'm saying? If a person was able to stack that up, I think you could go out there and you could probably start, you know what I'm saying? What is amazing to me is, and I don't know if this just came with me getting older, like I look at this situation and I really say to myself, like, what is keeping me here? Like, what is keeping me here? My kids are 15 and 13. So at the worst case scenario, by the time I'm 40, if we're able to leave by then, but by the time I'm 40, I'm definitely out of America.
Mm-hmm. I think sometimes it's just all you know. Like when you ask what's keeping you here, like you just accept the reality that you're given.
But the one thing I would tell anybody to think about is that Chinese and Indian people are going back to our homeland and becoming billionaires. And it's the same narrative that it is over here. More consumer than creator. You know what I'm saying? We're consumers. That's what the fuck we gonna do. So in my head, I'm running through anything American I could possibly take out to Africa and cake off on. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it may be. You know what I'm saying? Any type of idea. Whatever you do here. It's just something I would like to put on a lot of people's radar. Something definitely to think about. Africa is an emerging market. Find out where you're from and go put some money back home for real. Even if you just putting that money in mutual funds. You know what I'm saying? Find out where you're from and put some money back. Because you got to think about it. It's a no fucking brainer. The most resource-rich continent in the world. No fucking brainer, dude. Mm-hmm. You're not going to find more oil, more gold, more iron, nothing than in Africa. it should be a no-brainer. So that's
Diamonds.
and I would say also it's $100, but get your DNA test done. Get your DNA test done. That's something that makes me very mad that black people don't take seriously. Very mad.
The ancestry?
Yeah, because we the only people cut off from our ancestry, but we also the only people that make no efforts to find out about our ancestors. Most black people, myself included, up until probably last week when I got my results back, most black people could not tell you their great-great-grandparents' names. Can you?
No.
Can you?
Great, nah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's a goddamn shame.
That's only like what, 2 people?
That's two generations away. Nobody gives a fuck enough to give a fuck enough to find out, though.
Niggas don't respect their elders.
No, they do
man.
not. They don't respect their elder. They don't respect their heritage. They make no. How can you? It's cliche as it sounds. How can you know where you're going if you know nothing about where you've been?
That's
you
facts,
don't even
yeah.
know where you came from.
Right.
You have to know that's the whole goal of you being cut off from your heritage. So you'll never be able to gain your bearings and go forward. Now I kind of know where forward is for me. Or I at least know where home is for me. You know what I'm saying? I know where I should be able to go to get something to speak back to my soul. Most people, I remember telling my mom like 5-6 years ago, like, yo, I really want to take that DNA test. She looked at me and said, for what? Whereas when I'm talking to my white friends and it's St. Patty's Day, they wearing their family's crest from the 1500s. They could say exactly where they came from, what clan they were part of, what plaid pattern that clan wore. A nigga can't tell you shit. He can't even tell you what state the plantation that his people served on was in.
Yeah. I think a lot of people are scared to look back, because you just believe the narrative that we came from slaves. So you would just be scared to look back and just realize, oh, my great-great-grandfather was nothing but a cotton picker. Not saying nothing but a cotton picker, but if I'm going off of that narrative, I just assume that he was a slave. So what's the point of even going back? So some people probably think they already know.
And I know for the fact that my great-great-grandfather was, an indentured servant or whatever, after slavery, they were sharecroppers is what it was called. Nigga, that makes me say to myself, I know my ancestors is smiling down. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you read them census reports, them 1910, 1920, 1930 census, and they tell you who all was living in the house with your great-great-grandparents, could they read? Could they write? What was the highest level of education completed? And you see in 2nd and 3rd grade, no, couldn't read. No, couldn't write. Did they own a house? Yes, they own a house. Like, those little bits of information, you know what I'm saying, are very, very vital. Because as black people, that's really all we got. I'm going to be honest. Unless your family did some immaculate record keeping, you're probably not going to get past like 1877. But try to find out as much as possible as you possibly can. Ancestry.com subscription, it's like $20 a month. But what bullshit would you spend on $20 a month?
How fast did you get your results?
Now, this is the one thing I will say. It takes about 7 to 8 weeks for you to get your results back.
Okay.
But shit, do it and sit on them for real. I'm actually gonna do probably like 3 or 4 more tests. I'm gonna have my sisters take some because the more family members that you get, the more they could drill down. You know what I'm saying? Even further down. But I think it's a very, very important thing that most black people don't take seriously at all, and that's why we are lost as a people for real. Do you know the immense pride that my African friends, my West Indian friends take in being able to fly their flags of their country, being able to wave that around? African American in America knows nothing of that pride. What you gonna wave around? What country you from?
Wave around this 9, nigga.
Basically, and that's why they in the trouble that they in
say
right
something
now,
about
for
it.
real.
Yeah, wave around their hood.
Yeah, literally waving around your hood.
C block, nigga.
Some shit that your mama don't even own. So yeah, those are my thoughts on why it's important for people to take the genetic ancestry test. Like, find out where you from and Start planning your exit strategy because, as I say all the time, Rome is going to burn. Rome is burning around us as we speak. President Trump at the G20.
I didn't see exactly what happened. I didn't read about it.
By all accounts, he was the what's the word I'm looking for? The clown of the ball. By all accounts, didn't fit in. You got to know how other countries is looking at us right now, my nigga.
No, I definitely know how other countries
Like food.
You got to realize something. I was reading this point or listening to this point. I can't remember where I got it from, but basically the last time that like the populist idea came into like power was around the time of the Great Depression, when people was like, yo, and it was one of the contributing factors when people was like, hey, like, we can do this. We don't need to go get other products from other countries and all this other stuff. Blah, 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 blah. We don't need free trade. And Great Depression happened.
Are you going to stick around for another Great Depression, though?
Well, obviously not. No, because who wants to starve?
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like,
I don't think you have to talk to me. I'm not opposed.
Yeah. You know, you normally the opposing side of the argument, the more conventional thought side of the argument. Yeah. But no, I would say that to anybody. Then looking into the camera, are you going to stick around for another Great Depression? If it's bad now, how do you feel? How do you think it's gonna be when motherfuckers can't get no meat and potatoes? When they turn in that faucet, you always say that. Only thing keeping order in this motherfucker is the fact that when you hit that faucet, water come out of it, nigga.
The only thing that keep the society together is running water.
Running water.
If you wake up in the morning and the faucet don't work, and it's Instagram. Running water and Instagram, for real. You're right, though. But if you woke up in the morning and didn't know water come out the faucet, one day you might, I'm all right.
Yeah,
I
give it about 2 weeks. No, it's I mean,
2 weeks, let alone 1 week, niggas gonna be going crazy.
No, but imagine that being citywide and you go to Walmart and motherfuckers is fighting over water.
Yeah.
Or you could do the converse thing. I mean, you could do the opposite and just buy a gallon a week and stick it under your steps for real. Because my nigga, it's coming. It's coming. Well, imagine a Flint-like disaster. We don't have the cleanest lake in the world. We are steps away from Flint, Michigan, and not many steps above them poverty-wise.
Well, you talking about just Cleveland? If you remember correctly, California was on that water drought.
Yep.
And then, to be honest, I don't know if anybody's seen or read the book, The Big Short. The dude that predicted the housing market crash, he's investing only in water now. So clearly something is...
something.
We are running out of running water. I mean, to be real, we're running out of food, too. Like, if you think about it, like, people always say I don't know why people say climate change is a hoax, but it's very clear once the bees leave, there's not going to be anyone to pollinate the food.
You got to realize those people that are denying climate change have a vested interest in a food shortage. You know what I'm saying? Who knows what fucking Monsanto or whatever they call
Monsanto.
Are paying these politicians to deny that shit so they have a clear corner on the food market, on the grain and on all that shit. But once again, niggas can hedge themselves against this. You know what I'm saying? Like you got it. Everybody ain't doomsdaying you, my niggas. Everybody ain't out here just trying to scare you or talking some conspiracy shit.
Niggas just been lied to for so many years. It's just, everything is great, man. It's okay. Don't be listening to these niggas who believe the moon made out of cheese.
If you pay attention to how people are wilding out over fast food.
Nigga will whoop your ass if you take too long with his nuggets.
Literally, you see this at least once a fucking week. What are they putting in the food that got these more lower vibrating people wilding out like this over Popeyes, over McDonald's, over Burger King? Like, what the fuck are they putting in this food? It's almost like niggas are literally addicted to this shit for real.
They are. We have sugar and salt addictions. If you eat a piece of candy, right? I'll use myself as an example. Mm-hmm. This past week, I've been wilding out eating cake, candy, and cookies and stuff like that. Yeah, normally I don't. Like, normally I try to watch what I eat. If you pop one Oreo. There's a reason why you cannot only eat one Oreo. There's a reason why when you get some chips, you can only eat. You can't just eat one chip.
Right.
They are scientists
Trying
at these companies that genetically make these.
That shit works.
Food.
They make it. They study it to make it work.
Right, yeah, they study. Yeah, honestly, they make it addictive.
There's no way around it. Try to cut out sugar from your diet.
I put it like this.
And see, you will realize why niggas can't stop doing crack.
Yeah, try to cut out.
Because you are just as addicted for
I put it like this.
You're just as addicted
Insanely.
as a
Put it like
crackhead
this.
for real.
If we being honest, try to cut out sugar, try to cut out salt, try to cut out your phone.
Yeah. Woo.
Your phone is the same thing.
No, your phone give you that endorphin rush from them likes for real. What a dopamine.
Yeah, you get a rush of dopamine. Your phone is engineered. It's science.
Yeah,
I believe in
is.
science a lot.
Yeah.
Your phone is engineered just like a cigarette.
I can believe that. And in the tactile feeling of your phone is very important too, for real. They've engineered this iPhone, my nigga, to feel good in your hands. To like how it feels when you pick it up, for real.
Same thing with guns.
Oh man, they feel awesome.
If you ever had a gun in your hand, it feels
fucking awesome for real. Like it's the weight of it.
Too much power.
Way too much power, my nigga. Way too much power.
stuff at this point is everything is engineered for consumerism.
Yeah, definitely is. Yeah, so that's the thoughts on why I feel like it's important. I feel like more people, if you out there listening to me, you know what I'm saying, spread the word. I feel like more people should do the Ancestry DNA results. You can go and find who the most popular bank is. Well, Ancestry.com is the most popular pool right now because they're the biggest. You know what I'm saying? But do some research, look around, but it's not so much as it is of connecting with long lost cousins as it is of figuring out where you're from, because it just gives you something to be proud of, for real. And when you find out what country your DNA is from or countries, you'll actually be able to go. So what I did was I went in, I looked at the Cote d'Ivoirians, I looked at the Ghanaians. You know what I'm saying? And Ghanaians look exactly like African Americans do. They could be as black as you want them, or they could be as yellow as you want them. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But now you know what cloths you should be wearing if you are going to put on some African prints. You know what I'm saying? You know what country you should be flying if you are going to go to an African parade. So just some things to think about, for real, because I know the joy I see in my friends who know their heritage face, and I would love my people to be able to have the same thing. Getting close to that. Well, actually not even close to that time to get out of here. It's actually time for us to get out of here. Got a top comment for you. Supersize me. The Migos were recently escorted off of a Delta flight, and they say they didn't do anything. But as one and watching the kind of the back and forth, I guess they were asked to put their seatbelts on, or one of them.
Yeah, put their seatbelts on. I think another thing was he had his luggage in the middle of the floor,
something like that. Now this is like the second account in 2 weeks of these little niggas smelling themselves and being assholes to the general public. Mm-hmm. Is it safe to say the Migos are assholes? Is it safe to say the Migos have went Hollywood on us, for real?
The sample size is getting larger, man.
Yeah, definitely getting larger.
Definitely getting larger, for real. These niggas were escorted off the flight. They had he sound Middle Eastern guy, I guess representing them, their handler
manager,
or their manager or whatever, and he was saying this was going to cost us $1,000. I think that number was probably about $100,000 for real.
You think they're getting $100,000 per show?
I've seen some contracts.
Doing songs with Katy Perry.
Yeah, I've seen some contracts. They
feeling
anywhere. It depends on the venue, but
they was going to Des Moines, Iowa.
Yeah, 75. See, Des Moines, Iowa got taxed. You know what I'm saying? But 75 and up is
okay.
But that actually takes us to the top comment.
How much you think Chingy getting per show?
Chingy actually right there. Chingy probably could still get a $5,000 to $5,000 for a show, for real. Now, you know who probably could get a bigger amount than most people probably think he would be able to?
Ja Rule.
Yes.
Ja Rule to sell out.
Ja Rule could probably still get $40,000-$50,000. So can Juvenile, for real. Back that ass up is one of
I
the
can
most
see
popular,
Juve.
like hip hop songs. But okay, so they were detained. They were escorted off the flight, and that brings us to the top comment. How your name gonna be Takeoff, and you don't take off?
Hilarious. That's a great top comment. Wait, you didn't say who was the one that surprised that get money? Was it Juvenile? That still get a lot of money per show?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hey, my boy Takeoff has been yeah.
Who let me
He been
about
going,
the
like, he been going through it for real. Hey, look, I was analyzing his lyrics from Slippery, right? I think he's pretty self-aware. I think he knows that people don't have the highest what's the word? Thoughts about him for regard. Real. Yeah, they don't hold him in the highest regard when it comes to the other two.
I don't even know the difference between any of them, to be honest with you.
Hold on.
Take off. You could start naming other niggas from different groups.
Hold on. Where is
Take off, Cisco. Let's go.
He lies.
Nokio.
Casey and JoJo.
All right, what is it? What do you say? What's in the box? Huh? Don't tell them they might show the cops. Rich watch bite. Nah, where is it at?
Them niggas need to stop dressing like fucking extras from the Get Down.
All right, here it is. he say, they know I geek a lot. They don't know I keep a Glock. Ain't been no drought. They think I've been sleep a lot. Them eyes. Niggas say they think I'm dumb. They don't know I see the plot.
Dumb.
Y'all think my nigga Takeoff dumb. Takeoff know y'all trying to separate the Migos, all right, with all the comparisons and shit.
That's what happens with any group.
Yeah.
But at least he's self-aware.
Takeoff gonna take off on y'all niggas. He need to keep them fucking sunglasses on though, for real.
I don't know shit about it. All you know Quavo and Offset and Takeoff. I couldn't-
Offset?
I don't know what the fuck they like.
Well,
what
those are the only three.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
Migos.
saying like if you was to be like, hey, line them up. Which one is Quavo? I'm like, I think it's him because he was in Atlanta.
Yeah, Quavo is.
I don't know. I don't want to know.
Quavo is like the pretty
being
boy.
ignorant.
Yeah,
I don't really
yeah.
This is probably like the first hip hop group that I recognize though. There's been Travis Porter.
Yeah, I couldn't have told you none of them niggas.
They follow me.
Them Franchise Boys.
Yeah.
Crime Mob. I probably
No,
couldn't-
when
I know the chick from Crime Mob.
the chick, cause she come in the club shaking her dreads.
Yeah. When it comes to the Migos, though, like I still have to give it a little bit of thought. Like, wait, Takeoff is the dumb one, okay, and then Offset is the violent one.
Yeah, like I keep looking at this picture of Ray Smurder. I'm like, I don't know the difference between them.
Who the fuck is Ray Smurder?
What's some nigga's name right there?
You gonna just mix Ray Schmurder and Bobby Schmurder into one group?
You know what I meant.
Ray Schmurder.
The niggas that put ear drummers backwards.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah. That's.
What's that? Is that like a tribute to eardrummers?
I guess.
Ray
Yeah.
Schmurder.
That's.
Yeah, I thought that was maybe the name
I'll
of the
put it
street.
like
I knew
this.
that.
I know we gotta go, but like, I don't know who these niggas are. I just listen to their songs.
Before we get up out of here, you want to tell them why you mad this week? New segment.
Yes, I do want to tell the people why I'm mad.
Why are you mad?
All right, look. So this is why I'm mad. All right, look, man. I understand like it's a whole thing with toxic masculinity and stuff like that, but y'all niggas gotta stop crying at y'all motherfucking weddings. I don't give a fuck what's going on. Stop crying. Unless I give it to you, unless like she couldn't walk. And you thought she was going to come down the fucking aisle in a wheelchair, and then she got up and started walking, then yeah, all right, cry. That's your reason to cry. But, man, fucking, like, man, nigga, tears of joy is fucking saved for, like, winning a Heisman, a great sports accomplishment.
Winning a Heisman.
You are such a bro.
Have you no soul, man?
You are such a bro.
Curing a fucking, like,
STD?
No, like, well, yeah, cure super gonorrhea, nigga, and then you shed a tear. I did it. Yeah, do something like that. Y'all niggas is crying too much, man.
Yeah.
Like, look, or do what a real man do. Have an anxiety attack in the car later. You don't fucking cry in public.
That's funny. Before I got married, I actually had an anxiety attack in the car.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, I was
That's
like,
why we friends.
if I get nervous, I get the shits for real. Like my stomach turns to like instant fucking liquid, dude.
Right.
Like I never forget. Like I was driving. I had just bought a new car. You know what I'm saying? We had a new house, nigga. And I was driving a new car back to the house, and I pulled over on the side of the road like, and then it was
You took a shit?
on the side of the road.
You said your
That's
stomach
what
was
happened.
just
I
pulled
threw
over.
up. Anyway, I threw up.
Actually, you.
And then
I
I got
got
back
you took
to-
a shit too, because you went the ass. You didn't go mouth.
I said I pulled up and went blah. Anyway.
You said.
Who shits on the side of the road? Ask yourself that one question. Who shits on the side of the road?
We clearly thought you did.
Anyway, get back to the crib, and yeah, it was going on both ends for real. So yeah.
Yeah, like dog, like man. Listen, man.
You can't cry when she coming down the aisle?
No, man, no. And then you got niggas like.
What about when the organs start playing?
No, nigga, no, don't, nigga. You supposed to be at your wedding smiling. Niggas supposed to be like, oh, I see you, big cuz. You supposed to be pointing back like, yeah, nigga. Oh, there go my fam right there, smiling, hugging her, tell her something beautiful. You not supposed to be up here. Like, what the fuck are y'all niggas doing? Listen, man. And listen,
But that's my thing. It's my thing. It's always the nigga who just acted an ass at the bachelor party the night before that be on the fucking altar crying when she come talking about I ain't never nigga, you had a whole ass outside baby on this bitch. You talking about you ain't never seen her look so beautiful. Yeah. I bet you done seen her at her worst before.
Yeah, like man, listen, man. Listen.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you why I'm mad about the weddings. Stop trying to one up each other. Stop trying so hard for y'all goddamn weddings to go viral, my nigga.
Yeah, niggas is
like the shit is fucking ridiculous. Like niggas is coming. It's right up there with the. Well, these the same people. That prom shit. That prom shit was ridiculous. I don't give a fuck about nobody saying, "Oh, y'all hate no little kid. Suck my dick." Shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear that shit.
You ain't gotta suck.
The shit is ridiculous. Like when kids is pulling down in fucking helicopters and shit, and I know for a fact. You ain't got no college savings set up for these little motherfuckers. I know that for a fact. Don't hit me with the hypotheticals. What if they? No, they don't. Because that's not what niggas do. For real. That's just not what niggas do. If you ain't got that, what is it, 503C for your kids, don't be going all out fucking going ham for the.
Did you go to prom?
Whatever. It was the 503C, whatever that shit was.
Did you go to prom?
Yeah, actually I did.
I went to prom. That shit's
nigga,
stupid.
Prom is just hype.
I took a Mitsubishi Montero Sport to prom, and I thought I was doing something. These little motherfuckers is taking Bentleys and shit. Yeah. Like my
Batmobiles.
I don't have no problem if you truly have it like that. Do what you gotta do. But come on, my nigga. When I'm seeing kids posted up on Bentleys in the projects, somebody's priority somewhere is fucked up. Let's be honest.
Yeah. So, why you mad, J.I.?
I'm actually in a good mood, man.
Nah, nigga, get mad about something right now.
The sun is shining, and I hate the sun.
Depressing. We gonna get out of here, man.
Yeah, we about to get up out of here. As always, be sure to follow us on Twitter and Instagram at the Low B Podcast. Like and subscribe on YouTube. The video should be up on YouTube by tomorrow.
Follow me on Instagram at DJ Step1 and at SK Creative Studio.
Follow me on Instagram at JAb the artist.
J_.
Oh yeah, J_. The underscore is pretty important.
Follow D'Angelo on Instagram.
Follow me at DJ K Nice with a Y. Make sure you follow at the Low B Podcast. Make sure you subscribe on Apple, Google Play, tune in, all of that good shit. And make sure, as always, once again, please like and subscribe on YouTube. We got to get them views up for real. We trying to get them views up for real. Last of a Dying Breed Podcast. We out this bitch.